Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is happening? What is going on? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi. I'm your ex-corporate grinder. Used to do the corporate thing. I was talking to somebody actually today. Um, Working 12, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable, which means I can't even get a job with what I got going on now. And I had nothing to fall back on. So that sucked. And so I got redirected to this whole online space, this whole gig economy, as I like to call it. And I have folks like you, like me, to start something online. And we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, if you've been thinking about having another stream of income, maybe you like to have a little bit more money coming in, especially with the holidays. Maybe you just want to have some tax write-offs, like a bunch of them. Then, and you like the idea of it being flexible, then drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live, and let's be ready to have that conversation. Yeah? All right. Let's go. So, according to the Stoics, if you guys don't know, now you know I am a big fan of the Stoics. Um, According to the Stoics, they say, well, Marcus Aurelius says that the problem is that you and I look for the third thing. The bigger problem is that we feel like we are entitled to the third thing. Well, what is that third thing? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's say you do a good deed for somebody, you help somebody out, you give a helping hand, you are there for somebody, you do a good deed, and somebody benefits from it. Yeah, thank you for the follow. I'll be sure to follow back, right? And then you wait for the third thing, and that is maybe a pat on the back, a thank you, a maybe a recognition, maybe even compensation. Well, the problem is, according to Marcus Aurelius, is that that third thing we don't have any control over. See, that's not up to us. We can do the good deed. We can be the helping hand. We can give somebody some extra love. But what they do in return is out of our control. See, the problem with the third thing is that you're really setting up yourself for an expectation. I've talked about this before. Expectation, no matter how much it is, even if it's a little tiny bit, expectation is going to set you up for disappointment, no matter how much it is. Because once you have expectation, most likely people are not going to meet it. And what happens? We get disappointed. And it doesn't feel very good. And it makes us bitter towards people and we push them back, right? So, again, you do the thing, you do the good thing, you do the good deed, you help somebody out because that is who you are. Not because of the reward, not because of the pat on the back, not because of the thank yous or recognition or even compensation. You do it because that's who you are. I call that your MVPs, your morals, principles, and values. No matter what, You do it because it's based on those three things. It falls in one of those um, categories, if you would, right? It's just who you are, regardless of what they do. Because again, I love this. According to the Stoics and Marcus Aurelius, you have no control over that. So if you have no control over it, then you have no control over it. So the next time that you decide to help somebody out, give a good deed, do a donation, whatever it may be, do it because you really want to and you really truly are not expecting anything in return. And that's like the gravy on the top, right? That makes it way more enjoyable and maybe even more selfish because you enjoy it more. We've talked about this in the past. So keep that in mind. With that, I hope you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And hey, listen, wherever you drop in your comments, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, I always go back and check and respond. If you're just following me, if you're new to my channel, if this is your first time, hopefully it won't be your last time. And if you're not following me, I mean, come on, let's go. Let's go. You can follow me. In fact, I recommend it on multiple channels on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. With that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm your ex-corporate grinder. I used to be in the corporate environment, call center environment, for many, many years, putting in 12, 14, 16-hour days, working 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit, shut down, don't want to work no more, and left me unemployable, which means I can't even get a job with what I got going on. And I had nothing to fall back on. And that sucked. I don't know if you've ever had rock bottom like that, but I don't recommend it. Not fun. So I got redirected to this whole online space, this gig economy, and now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online, and we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, if you've been thinking about it, if you're serious or curious, you want to start something online, you want to have another source of income, it's the holidays, maybe you want some write-offs, maybe you want to keep more of what you have made to yourself, and you like the idea of it being flexible, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live. And let's be ready to have that conversation. Let's go. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.